Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be talking about something very, very controversial in this video. Some of you right away are probably looking at the title and saying, how dare she? Did she just say keep God, Jesus, and Satan out of school? So many of you probably agree with the keeping Satan out. But you're like, keep God and Jesus out? You are out of your cotton picking mind, woman. That's probably what some people are thinking right now. But let me tell you why all three need to be kept out of schools. God, Jesus, and Satan. First of all, if you look at the image on the screen, that should be a dead giveaway right there, because the way any of this is taught in school is that Satan looks like this ghoulish creature that you see on the left there with horns, and he's so horrifying that people would be afraid of him upon sight, right? Second of all, any teaching of Jesus in school as the Son of God, you're going to see that image or an image like it that has literally indoctrinated the whole world with images of what they believe God and Jesus looks like, and Satan. And so when you have this image in your mind, I most certainly believe that you need to keep it all out of school, because first of all, and let me just explain this real quick. Now, most of you would say, well, people need to learn about God. They need to learn about Jesus Christ and how he died for the sins of the world. And those who don't follow after these beliefs, period, they say Satan should be the alternative for those of us who don't believe in God and Jesus, right? So you've created chaos because people feel like, well, why are you observing the rights of Christians but not the rights of Satanists? And I'm going to take it a step further after I'm, dealing with these two real quick. But my main thing is the indoctrination that public school has presented to the world. Now, if you have a private school and you're a Christian private school and this is what you want to teach, have at it. It's a private school. If the parents put their kids in that school, no doubt that's the belief that they have too. At one time, two of our oldest children actually went to Christian schools, right? They actually went to Christian schools when we were Christian, right? But now we just serve our Creator outside of religion, because so much indoctrination has gone into it to where people are confused, thoroughly confused. Within Christianity, you have all kinds of belief sets. You have some people who believe that the Son of the Most High, Elohim, is a white man. You have some who believe he's black, some who believe he's Chinese, some who believes it's not a he at all, but a woman. All of this within Christianity. And then even within Christianity, you have those who are members of the KKK who believe that all blacks need to be exterminated, right? Some of them believe that way. And then you have some in Christianity who believe that blacks cannot make it to heaven because God doesn't deal with blacks. As a matter of fact, you have those in Christianity who also believe that slavery was their God-given right and they can do whatever they want with their slaves, right? And these things were actually taught within Christianity. So this is why I say keep it out of school. And those who are in the schools, right, they're going to teach it according to their religious convictions. So if you have a teacher who is teaching about Christianity or God or Jesus in school, and they don't believe in the true nature of the Most High, they're going to teach it according to what they believe. So it needs to be kept out of school. School should be kept for academics only. Keep religion out of it. Don't teach nobody's kid about Jesus because you're going to tell them that he's a white man. Don't teach them about God because you're going to make them believe that he's a white man. Don't tell them about Satan because you're going to make them believe that it looks like this ghoulish creature on the screen here. This is why religion, God, Jesus, all of it needs to be kept out of school. Okay, so let me go into the other aspects of it. The other aspects are this. What if a person has a belief that's outside of any of this? What if a person doesn't believe in any of this. They're an atheist. Do you want atheism taught in schools where children are told don't believe in any of this? Don't believe in God. Don't believe in Jesus. Don't believe in Satan. Do you want that doctrine being presented? What if another doctrine comes forward where people are saying, look, if you're going to let this one in, you got to let this one in too? What if another doctrine comes forward saying that I believe that it's my God-given right to be able to teach or have a wholesome homosexual relationship or lesbian relationship? What if a person teaches and believes that? What if they believe that's their God-given right? And they want to teach that as a doctrine as well. What if a person wants to be with animals and they feel that they have a God-given right to do so, and they want to teach that as a religion as well? We can go on and on with this. Think about the Church of Scientology and what they believe. A lot of celebrities are into that. What if someone wants to come into the school system and teach about Buddhism? Are you going to be okay with that? So the argument that was presented by those who wanted the Satan activities after school, they presented the argument that, oh, okay, if you let Christian groups have an after school program, then you have to let us do it too. That was the argument they presented. And so the school district said, hey, you got a point there. And so where do we draw the line? And again, my belief is that all of this stuff should be kept out of the schools, because even those who are teaching it is going to teach it according to their own convictions. If you want to have a private school that teaches these things, a private Christian school, a private Satan school, more power to you. That you can do. But I don't think these other beliefs should be forced on children in a public school setting. No one can stop a person from opening up a private school that teaches about Satanism. You can't stop them from doing that. You can't stop a person from opening up a private school that teaches about Christianity. You see? And so since you can't do that, in a public school setting, you create controversy, because there are going to be parents who are Christians, or parents who are atheists, or parents who are agnostic, or parents who believe in a alternative lifestyle, sexual lifestyle, or parents who believe in Satan, who are going to say, look, we want our brand of something brought to the school. And if you don't want that brand in your kid's face being even offered to your kids, then I say get it all off the table. Get it all off the table. Get it all off of the table. You see, because this is what happens when you allow one, you have to allow the others. And you open up Pandora's box. You open up Pandora's box. And everybody wants their brand of religion to be accepted. And then children are out here, they're already confused. They're going to be more confused because of everything that is being thrown at them. So this is why I say keep God, Jesus, and Satan out of schools, because the people who are teaching it may have a whole different set of beliefs than you have, especially in Christianity. Especially in Christianity. That's something to think about. You can't argue with me there. That is something to think about, especially for those of you who are going to defend wanting this stuff to stay in schools. You're basically saying, look, I want my teachers, I want our school district to teach about these subjects. How can a school district teach on something that they don't have all of the understanding on to begin with? It should be kept out of schools. That's how I believe. That's how I feel. Once upon a time, I felt like prayer should have been kept in school. But again, let me tell you why I don't think it should be in a public school, right? Because I remember when we had our children in a private Christian school. And they prayed. And see, this was the foolishness on our part. This was a long time ago. This was more than 20 years ago, when we just felt like, hey, any school is better than a public school, right? And so we sent our children to Christian schools. Our oldest daughter went to one Christian school, and our oldest son went to another Christian school, right? And the Christian school we sent our daughter to, they were actually teaching our daughter to pray to Mary. And our daughter refused to do it. Her and one other student, they said, well, we're not going to do the Hail Mary because we don't believe in that. So they made them stand in front of the class, made an example of them, and say, these two don't want to participate. They don't want to cooperate with this prayer. And so we had a meeting with the school. We said, and they were saying, well, Mary deserves credit for something. We said, well, we don't believe that. And so we don't want our daughter praying to Hail Mary, right? And so that was our folly in putting her there to begin with. So we ended up taking her out, of course. But that's further proof of what I'm talking about. When you put your child in an institution that can teach them something outside of academics, they're going to teach it at a slant according to what they believe. So this is why I believe God and Jesus and Satan needs to be kept out of not Christian schools, public schools. See, a Christian school, they can teach whatever they want. If they have a Catholic belief in their Christian school, they can have at it. If they have a Pentecostal belief in their Christian school, they can have at it. You see, if they have a KKK belief in their Christian school, they can have at it, because the KKK, they teach their children that black people are inferior and they need to be exterminated from the planet. You see, and so this is what I'm talking about. Hopefully this clarified my position on this and just keeping it all out altogether. Because what's happening in schools now is they have all kinds of doctrines that they are presenting. And one in particular I want to talk about before I close out this video. I talked some time ago about even sex education not belonging in public schools. And right away, some of you like, well, I think our kids need to know so that this, that, and the third don't happen. Oh my goodness. Now they are teaching, sex education when we were in school is totally different now than the way they teach it now. They were teaching you about the diseases and all of that kind of stuff, saying that if you have unprotected sex, this is what could happen. You can get pregnant, you can get a disease, just all kinds of things, right? That's how they were teaching it when we were coming up. Now they're teaching kids how to pleasure themselves, how to hide the fact that you may have a disease from your partner. You hear what I'm saying? This is the garbage they are teaching kids now. Y'all understand what I'm saying? This is the garbage they are teaching kids now. They're teaching them about deviant lifestyles. For those of you who think that this is a good teaching that needs to go on in public school, think again. It does not. You don't need a school system that are telling children. There was one system that was actually telling how to hide your relationship from your parents, how to do this, how to do that. Teaching them where to go and get the sex toys and things of that nature. Do you want that in schools? See, this is why schools should be kept to only academic teaching, and all this other stuff needs to be off the table, because you're going to have people who are going to teach this stuff according to their own convictions. Some people think it's okay for kids to be messing around out here. Just give them a condom. Just give them this. Just give them that. That's what they're teaching. And so this is why I believe it should be off the table, period. Get it off the table. Keep it out of the schools. Teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, and things that are going to help children or students in their future. Home economics, computer classes, technology classes, things of that nature. Keep it on academics. Keep religion out of it. Keep sex education out of it, because the school system right now is so tarnished that something so precious as our belief in our Creator or sex education shouldn't be left in the haphazard hands of a system that has failed children for decades. I'm done with this. Share your thoughts on what I've said below in the comment section. Remember to keep it tight and keep it right. But until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.